Bafarawa is the right choice for Nigeria. As a hero, Bafarawa for salvation. 2019, let's vote him for president. He can do it better than those who are doing. He loves Nigeria, our nation. International, Bafarawa is a leader. Bafarawa is the right choice for Nigeria. At a hero, Bafarawa for salvation. 2019, let's vote him for president. He can do it better than those who are doing. He loves Nigeria, our nation. International, Bafarawa is a leader.
Hello Nigeria, you are welcome to the program Bafarawa Can Do It Better with me, Maria Muhammad. Our guest for today, as usual, reminds Comrade Haruna. Comrade danzabuwa, you know the prominence of a politician contributes endlessly toward his victory, and looking at this, Bafarawa is not a prominent politician compared to the President Buhari. Don't you think that can be a stumbling block to your hero?
Yes, actually, I don't see it from that angle. The thing is that we talk about prominence. So, meaning I myself define the main popularity. Is that clear? Like, then, like when you talk about President Muhammad, let me say, it's obvious that prominence is a very, very vital key politically. You understand, actually, huh? That's why looking for prominence is what makes politicians replacing their posters everywhere there and there, so that people should know them. You understand? Like but the thing is that in the case of Bafarawa is a very prominent politician when you talk of northern Nigeria. You understand? Northern Nigeria. You get me?
Yes.
But I think his good personalities is what will sell him outside and for people to know who he is. You understand? So I don't think what made people were shouting Buhari, Buhari, Buhari then, say Baba, is because of what? The story they had about the Baba of then, not the Baba of now.
Okay.
You understand? Because then we were told that Buhari has done it nice when he was the president or military head of states. Yes. He has done a very nice job, a very good job. He brought price control among other things. You understand? So that's what made us now say, okay, fine, let's go and cast our vote to this man. You get me? But now, what is going to make Bafarawa people to understand who capability and what? Trustworthy. You understand?
Yes.
So we are looking for a trustworthy politician. A very trustworthy politician, and a politician who or a leader, we are looking for a leader who knows how to do it. You understand? Who knows the modus operandi of running government. You understand?
Yes.
So when you are talking of popularity or something, I'm telling you, I bet you we can sell this man to Nigerians and Nigeria will buy him within no time. Within 3 months, we can be able to make Nigerians aware of Bafarawa and to understand fully who is Atahir Bafarawa. You understand? So what we believe is that now, if we're talking about the popularity of President Muhammad Buhari sold him to Nigerians, then we believe that the personalities, the good personalities, the good attitudes of Atahir Bafarawa is what is going to sell him to Nigerians. You understand? And I believe by the time we tell Nigerians who is Atahir Bafarawa in terms of personality, they will be interested to buy him, and they are going to agree, they will be convinced to cast their precious vote to this man. You understand? So I think we shouldn't be talking that is an outdated thinking. Now we're not thinking about popularity. Even somebody from the bush, in as much as he's qualified, you understand? When I say in the bush, from the bush, meaning no one knows him. He comes from the bush, no one knows about him. You understand? If he is fully qualified and he can do it more than this government, What we after, we want salvation, not change. Salvation. You understand? Now is a period of what? An era of salvation. Anybody who can do it, no matter where he come from, no matter no matter how small he is, no matter how old he is, in as much he can do it. Well, what again demand it?
Okay.
You understand? So that's why we said we have nominated Atahiru Bafarawa to become our next president of Nigeria. You understand? And as I'm telling you now, many people that doesn't know Atahiru Bafarawa, we are able to tell them who he is, and they have big interest. They have already big interest in him, and they promise that they're going to vote for him. 2019. The only thing that can stop them from voting him is for him not to contest, and he must contest. Whether you like it or not, he must contest. You understand? Atahiru Bafarawa has no option than what? Just to agree to our request to contest as President of Nigeria 2019. And we believe in as much as he contests, God will be with him. You understand? God is going to be with him, and we are going to win the election 2019.
Right, don't forget you're watching the program Bafra Can Do It's Better. We'll be going for a break. Stay vigilant.
Doors, but not by trade, by barter. Power is damage to education. Professionalism is required in education. Now APC using education for politics.
Welcome back. Now the program continues. Premier Haruna danzabuwa, is it true what people are saying that APC government wasn't situation of Nigeria rather than lessen it?
Yes, actually, if I may understand what you mean, you want to ask me whether like APC, when you say APC government made it more difficult to Nigerians? Yes. To me, yes. Actually, life is very difficult in this time. You understand? Compared to the previous government during the time of President Goodluck Jonathan, life was more simpler than this. In spite of the fact that that there was a lot of embezzlement allegations, you understand, attached to the government, you understand. So, but we know fine, the poor man doesn't know what is hunger then, you understand.
Yes.
Then during the time of the previous governments, poor man doesn't know what is hunger. But now, by the time APC just came and took the reins of power, you understand, hunger became the order of the day. Now today you cannot find food. As a poor man now, you cannot find food of 100 and baht. You understand?
Yes.
During the time of Goodluck Jonathan, it's not I'm campaigning for Goodluck Jonathan. You understand?
Okay.
Bafarawa is my candidate. You understand? Bafarawa is my sole candidate for 19 presidential. Listen, you understand? So I'm just trying to make comparison, you understand, in terms of difficulty. You understand? So life was so simple then, at least before we know, yes, Nigeria were not happy enough, but they were a bit happy. It's just now we're able to understand the difference between the previous government and this government. You understand? Now, let's look at the issue of foodstuffs now. When APC government come into power, they said they banned import of rice in this country. And rice is the major food taken by Nigerians. You understand?
Yes.
So that made the price of rice, you understand, to rise. You understand? Now we are buying rice. If you want to buy just a scoop of rice, you buy it 1,000 naira. Before it was how much? 500. But now you buy rice at the cost of 500 naira. When you want to buy a bag of rice now, you buy it at the cost of 20, 17, 18,000 naira. But before, a bag of rice was just 5,000 naira. You understand?
Yes.
Now, if you all these things, all these food stuff, all these daily necessities now, they have increased. Let me say, the price of daily needs have increased. You understand? Very, let me say, very. I don't even know what to say. You understand?
Okay.
It's beyond what someone marketing. It's unfair. It's not unfair.
Okay.
You understand? So at least in this regard, we can say APC government make it more difficult for Nigerians. You understand?
Okay.
Because now let's also talk about fuel. Now, how much do we buy fuel now? Before we used to buy fuel at the rate of, I think during the time of Goodluck Jonathan, we used to buy it 70 something naira per liter. You understand? It now came to 90 something naira per liter. When this government came, the price of fuel per liter became 150. There was a time I even bought liter of fuel in Kaduna State, 200. You understand?
Okay.
So just look at this electricity now, this chemical issue. When you just, the light you just consume, no matter how small it is, the bill you are going to receive at the end of the month is very scary. You see a very small house with bill of 20 naira per month. You understand?
Okay.
And all these things, all these increments, you understand? All these increments, you understand?
Yes.
Everything remain the same. The salary of workers remain the same. There's no any increase made to salary of staff of workers.
Okay.
You understand? What they were paying you then, don't have good luck, is what they're saving now. And you have to manage life. Now in this country, somebody earning 30 naira cannot earn a living. You understand? So that's why you see Nigerians every day running to Italy, over the sea, dying over the sea. You understand?
Yes.
Despite the fact that they are all aware of the risks involved in crossing the ocean, but yes, they prepare going there than Nigeria. Why? Because life is not so much there. Life is not easy. You understand? It's very hard for you to live in Nigeria now. You understand? It's only those privileged individuals that enjoy Nigeria now. Only few people. Even among the rich people, not all are enjoying. Because those rich men then, let me say businessmen who used to make profit of 20 million, now it has cut down to 10 million. Why? Is it everything that will say dollar, rise in price of dollar, rise in YY? Okay, that's one. What we are talking about now is modus operandi. The modus operandi to rule. Listen, this is what APC is lacking. APC is lacking modus operandi. So that's why now we said we are done. It's okay, it's enough. We are going to put stop to this madness. That's why we say we are going to bring Atahir Bafarawa from any political party, yes, sir, to come and rule Nigeria. Yes, sir. So when Bafarawa come, Bafarawa will make life very simple to Nigerians. Trust me, when Bafarawa become the president of Nigeria, we are going to make him, I will be the one to make him, to sign a very nice subsidy to foodstuffs. You understand? To allocate a very nice subsidy to foodstuffs.
Okay.
I'm telling you, by that time, let me say, when Atahir Bafarawa become the president of Nigeria, we are going to sell a bag of rice, a very nice rice, at the cost of 4,000 naira to every Nigerian.
Okay.
And fuel, we are going to make sure that the liter of fuel falls down to 15 naira,
Okay.
no matter how the street is. You understand? So we are going to make life simple to Nigerians. At least Nigerians should receive the dividend of democracy. You understand? So not this government that is just promise and fail. You understand? So when Bafarawa come, Bafarawa will show APC government that they don't know how to do it. You understand? So Bafarawa is going to come out with very nice programs to help the masses. You understand? So I believe, to me, I believe APC just made it difficult for Nigerians. That's all.
Comrade, do you think APC and PDP can allow any party to rule Nigeria looking at how powerful they are?
Why not? Is it a country? It's not a country. The same procedures followed to register APC was the same followed to register PDP was also the same used to register any other political party. You understand? What caused all these problems is that let me say selfishness. You understand?
Okay.
That's why you see Atahiri Bafarawa, let me say maybe now fine, Atahiri Bafarawa is an ABC member, PDP member up to now. But Atahiri Bafarawa is making plans. You understand? I know Atahiri Bafarawa is a very, let me say, how can I say? Atahiri Bafarawa is a very, 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 very trustworthy personality, a man of very high integrity. You understand?
Yes.
He is among, let me say, he just happened to be in PDP, but all those things that I say PDP government has done, he's just one of them.
Okay.
Even though I'm not saying that PDP did it,
Okay.
because APC government was saying that PDP government were the perpetrators of this issue of Boko Haram, or is that they left PDP, they are aware, they know how to tackle Boko Haram, but they allow it. You understand?
Yes.
That's the allegation. But I know Atahiri Bafarawa is disturbed every day. You understand? He's always disturbed about this issue. Why should innocent people be suffering? You understand? Hunger there and there. When you go to northwest now, northeast, you see up to now there's this man of Boko Haram. It's also there. Even a day for Salah day, there was a bomb blast there. You understand? In the northeast. You understand?
Okay.
You get me? So now I believe in this situation we are in Nigeria. Nigeria is they're after what? The salvation. Nigerians are after salvation. You understand? If you bring anybody that is more capable of this APC, you understand? They will vote him after you. They will vote for him from any party, irrespective of the party, even though what can I say? Let me say okay. How poor a political party could be, even though it's just a party or a B party. You understand? They are going to vote for him. You get me? But we want Atahiri Bafarawa to come and contest as president of Nigeria under Legacy Party of Nigeria. That's a party that is going to show Nigerians the legacy that was left behind, the legacy of our ancestors. That's Tafawa Balewa, Obafemi Awolowo, Sardauna, Aboka Sardauna Sokoto, you understand? And many others.
Okay.
You get me? So we believe if this man contests as president of Nigeria, I'm telling you, in any political party, he is going to win. So now Nigerians are nobody's going to tell Nigeria PDP, ABC. No. If you want to contest in as much as those qualities are tested and trusted, then you are good to go. We are going to give you our mandate. So that's it. Okay. The only things I have for Nigerians. You see, I don't want to be among those people who deceive. Understand? I want to be straightforward. The only things I can assure you about Atahiri Bafarawa is just 2 to 3 things. Thus, Atahiri Bafarawa will never betray Nigerians. That's one thing. Atahiri Bafarawa is a trustworthy personality because he is trusted, tested, and trusted. You understand? And Atahiri Bafarawa has zero tolerance to corruption or to indiscipline. You understand? So the last thing is that Atahiri Bafarawa is very, very, very faithful man, meaning he fears God. He fears God. For the fear of God which he has, he will never allow Nigerians to suffer. And he will never deviate from what is contained in his manifesto. His manifesto is going to be his guide. He is going to be guided by what he promised to Nigerians. So I believe that with this little promises, Nigerians should be able to understand who is Atahiri Bafarawa. Nigerians now, they are after, or let me say, we Nigerians, we are after what? Salvation. Because we have passed the era of change. Now it's era of salvation. Because this change, which we perceive to be a negative change, has took us to a place where now we need what? Salvation, to come back to the normalcy. You understand? To bring our life back to normalcy. You understand?
Yes.
So now is era of salvation. And salvation of Nigeria can only be achievable with Atahir Bafarawa, no, Atahir Bafarawa, a man of integrity, a man of good personality. So that's all.
Okay, comrade, what is your farewell message to Nigerians?
Yes, actually, my favorite message today is that Nigerians should remain optimistic. They should remain optimistic as they are. So they should believe that Nigeria is going to be better. And they should believe that Atahir Bafarawa is going to bring solution to this country with the help of God. And they should give us support, or they should support Atahir Bafarawa as President of Nigeria 2019. And we believe Nigerians are going to be happy from that moment forever and ever. And again, at conclusion, they should also know that everything will come to pass. This suffering we are in, this hunger, intensification and prosecution era we are in, is going to come to pass. There will come a time when Nigerians will even, let me say, will be happier, more happier than they are. So I think Nigerians should remain hopeful that the future of Nigeria will be better. And lastly, God bless Nigeria. Long life Atahir Bafarawa. Long life Nigeria. Long life LPN. And
It was a nice moment spent with Comrade Haruna Ibrahim danzabuwa, a diehard of Alhaji Tahiru Dalhatu Bafarawa, a president aspirant 2019, who comrades say the candidate is fit in any political party. With this, we have come to the end of the first episode of the program Bafara Can Do It's Better 2019. Mariam, your host, saying 2019 is for Bafarawa, the candidate leader. Bye, Nigeria. One love.